Hello and welcome to the Main Cave. Now in today's video I've compiled a list of 19 Switch 2 accessories that I think are essential or at the very least worth sticking on your wish list for when the time comes. But just to note though, these aren't your typical first party accessories, instead some hidden gems that will make owning a Switch 2 innumerably better. Well, that's a lie. I have included one first-party accessory, and when I show you, you'll realise why. I have a bunch of stuff from Savage Raven, who were once called Skull & Co, a few bits from TomToc, Audsley, and some cheap Aliexpress diamonds thrown in for good measure. Everything shown in the video will be linked to in the description below if you fancy picking any of them up. If you have an accessory though that deserves to be on the list and I've not got it, please put it down in the comments below and I'll have a look at it, getting it for the next video. So if you're new here, we make regular videos on technology for gaming and for your smart home, so please do consider subscribing, as we may make a video to make your life easier, and I wouldn't want you to miss out. So do hit subscribe, I'd really appreciate it. Right, let's crack on with probably the first accessory you'll want for your Nintendo Switch 2, and that is a case. Here, I don't have just one or two, but three. All different, all serve a purpose, and all are a decent choice. The first, and possibly the best of the lot, is the EDC, or Everyday Case, from Savage Raven. This case is a belter. It's sturdy, beautifully lined, and the inner flap that goes over the screen is absolutely stunning. Not only it holds 8 physical games, it also has a pouch for a cable or two, and they also include a polishing cloth in there for good measure. It also has a double zip and an adjustable carry handle. I've put this at the top of the video, as for me, this is the best case out there, out of the lot. However, there are two more that serve a different purpose if you need them. So next up then is this. This is the TomToc Switch 2 Slim case. TomToc are ace. I've got a bunch of cases from bags from them in the past, for my Steam Deck, for my ROG Ally, and they've always come out with great quality. This case benefits from its size. If you want a very slim case, then this is for you, albeit the EDC before is only just a slight bit thicker. So it's thin, it's decent enough protection and comes in a range of really nice colours. I went with boring black, but the blue and the purple look fantastic. The flap that protects the screen holds 12 physical games, and a nice touch is that inside at the top is a padded strip to protect your Switch when closed. Third and final case is for those who want to take away with them as much as possible. It's another one from Savage Raven, and it's the Max Carry case. I got this as a bundle with the Neo Grip, which I'll talk about later, but let's focus on the case for now. In a word, it's big. The zips in the carry handle are nice and sturdy, and inside on the top flap is a Velcro pouch to put a cable or two in. Then you have double flaps to protect the top and the bottom of the Switch 2. The top flap holds 12 games, and the bottom flap is just there to cover the space. Said space is enough to hold multiple cables or even a power bank or even an original Switch without the Joy-Con. This case really is the option for someone who wants to take more than just their Switch 2 away with them, but also wants a decent protection, as this thing is like a rock. Oh, and just like the EDC case, it also comes with a polishing cloth. Small thing for me, but it does make a big difference. So what's next then? You've got your case. Well, I think then maybe it'd be an SD card. I've got this one, the Mario branded 256GB SD card. There are others that aren't Mario branded, but they are the same price, which is surprising, as I was expecting it to be a little bit more expensive if it had a Nintendo character on it. However, here we are. Here's the thing, not any SD card will work, it needs to be micro SD Express. Normal micro SD cards, no matter the speed, won't work for storing and playing games. Just look out for the EX part on the card and just make sure you're getting a branded one, such as Sandisk, just in case. Now, the problem with using the Express cards is the cost, really. It's £50 for 256GB. That stings a bit. But currently, you don't have a choice. I'm hoping this comes down in price, as my Switch one has double that in, and it's like much storage as possible. It's just something we can't get around at the minute. So next up is a screen protector. You may have heard recently the Switch 2 comes with almost one fitted, and it shouldn't be peeled off, just like the OLED, but you can't be too careful. There are a few out there, but the one I went with is one from Amazon, and I'll leave links below for where you can get it. This one, it fits on a treat and is always worth doing just in case. It's made of glass, and I don't notice it's on there. Now, how about a power bank? There are literally hundreds to choose from. My Anker is pretty decent, as it's 65 watt at 20,000 mAh, and has served me well. It says it's more watts, but 65 watts comes from the single cable. Anker are the usual candidates for power banks, and they do various flavours to suit. Just one thing to consider though is if you need to fly, make sure that you can carry that particular bank on a plane. I've tried several of my power banks and I'll be doing some tests soon, but I did do a very briefly time check on how long it took to charge the Switch 2 from flat, going up to 50% in around an hour, and once the power bank had got to the Switch 2 to 100%, the power bank still had 62% battery power left, which is decent, and it means I can charge this bit more than twice till I get somewhere where I can plug it in. So headphones now. As the Switch 1, any Bluetooth headphones will work. There is a tiny amount of lag between Bluetooth, but it really isn't that noticeable, and I've pretty much enjoyed using my Setras with the Switch and will continue to do so. To pair some Bluetooth headphones, go into the Switch system settings, down to Bluetooth audio, and follow the on-screen instructions. If, like me, you'd want the sound to be louder, then you will need to turn off the limiter. Do that in the audio and turn off limit the sound through the headphones, as it's on by default. Now let's take a trip to Aliexpress and an accessory I picked up that I think is going to be a sleeper hit, and it's this. It turns your Joy-Con into a more comfortable mouse. You put the Joy-Con into the appropriately coloured plastic piece and you can now use the Joy-Con as a mouse, but with much more comfort than using the Joy-Con on its own. I really suggest picking some of these up. They are dirt cheap and really effective. If you don't want to use the Joy-Con as a mouse though, remember pretty much any USB mouse will work with it. Although I haven't got a wireless mouse to work as yet, but there's still time for me to find one. It's just using a Joy-Con is more fun and it's convenient. So let's talk some grips now. I have 3 here, all slightly different. 2 are from Savage Raven and 1 is from Play Vital. So let's start with the Savage Raven hardshell grip. You can buy the front cover separately if you like. It's tough plastic and clips onto the rear grip. The rear grip itself is durable and gives plenty of protection all around the Switch 2. Precision cutouts for all the ports are there, and the fan isn't obscured when using it. The grip parts help with comfort and are a grippy texture. It's easy to take on and off, and after a few days of use it hasn't come loose. So without the front case it's good protection. Clip on the front and it's 360 degrees protection. I have tried to dock it, it doesn't work, it's just too big. Similar to the previous grip then, but without the front shell, is this, the Play Vital grip. I got this one in see-through black and it's decent for the price. It has all the usual cutouts, all the protection all the way around the side, top, bottom and rear. The rear grip parts are excellent, nice and large and textured to the grip. It is dockable, however it's a bit too tight for my liking. Finally onto a grip that's a little bit different, and this is the Neo grip from Savage Raven. This is my go-to grip and has been ever since they launched it for the Switch 1. It's a very lightweight grip that has a use of interchangeable coloured grip parts. There are 3 to choose from, small, trigger and flat. Using the flat means you can get it in more cases, including the EDC case, and with the other 2 you'd need the max carry case. It is quite flimsy in build, but this doesn't affect it when on use. It's just if you are someone who takes it on and off a lot, you may need to be a bit more careful. The grip is comfortable, lightweight, customisable. It's what I keep on my Switch when using handheld. Along with the build, my only other concern really is the clasp at the back is a little bit fiddly, so just be careful you don't lose it and it pings off, and just go careful with it. It should solve any issues. Just as a side note though, the Neo grip is from the Switch 1 version, don't fit the Switch 2 Neo grip. I've already tried. This one out of the 3 of grips is the best to be docked. Plenty of room, plenty of air, easy to pull in and out. Next up is another Aliexpress gem, and that's if you want to use a single Joy-Con each. These are hand grip controllers. At £8 for 2, they are well worth getting. You can use a single Joy-Con without resorting to contorting your hands to press Z, L and ZR. They're comfy, they serve a purpose, and if you play Mario Party, this could be well up on your list. Both having an on-brand red and blue, which is a nice touch, easy to use with the triggers. Can't recommend these highly enough. So what about a controller now? And remember I said I'd be showing one first-party accessory? Well, here it is. It's the Pro Controller 2. So why choose a first-party controller? This is because the Pro 2 controller from Nintendo is most likely going to be the best option for years to come. So here it is then. It's perfectly weighted, feels great to hold, has really nice paddles on the rear, HD Rumble 2, it has everything. The Switch 1 Pro controller is still the best you can get for the Switch 1, and I can see that the Pro controller will be the best you can get for the Switch 2. So to summarise, if you want a controller, get the official Pro 2. How about a bag then to put everything in? Well, here I have the TomToc Sling Crossbody bag. It's superb quality as you'd expect from TomToc. It has a nice red detailing and can hold a surprising amount of stuff, including the dock as well as the Switch. The Switch 2 goes in the beautifully plushed inner back portion, then in the front goes whatever you need: power supply, controller, phone, physical games, loads. The strap is nice and comfy, and it has a good red carry handle if you don't want to get across your body. It also comes in other colours. I went for the dull black. I really should have gone for the grey. It's fine. It's not, but it's fine. While not being completely waterproof, this thing will stop rain and protection all round. It's great and an advertised impact-resistant bottom. So what about when you want to charge your Joy-Con when not on the Switch? I have, and I've got a couple of different solutions for you. Firstly, went out and got this, a charging stand from Dobe. It acts as a charging stand for 4 Joy-Con, or separate them and you can use them as a controller for 2 sets of Joy-Con. It comes with a nice long USB cable, and the piece is set off nicely with the red and blue accents inside, so you know which one goes where. Once your Joy-Con are on, use it as a controller, and at the angle it's actually more comfortable than using the official version. Then stack them as you want to charge 4 or just 2 on your desk. The other charging option here is a charging station from a company called Fast Snail. It's a dock which holds up to 4 Joy-Con and charges them all. It has nice RGB, which you can change by using this quite obtrusive large button at the front, but hey, nice different colours, and it makes a nice addition to the desk if you need somewhere to store any extra Joy-Con you may have. So next up is a webcam. I'm not sure if you will use this chat feature or not, but if you do and don't want to fork out for the official webcam, good news, the ones that I've tested work. I've tried this, an old Logitech USB webcam, and it worked very well. Finally, another gem, and it's this, matching colour side accents, which can be picked up extremely cheap from Aliexpress. To fit them, all you do is get a prying tool and ping off the side black pieces either side of the Joy-Con, then clip these new ones on. I love these. Get yourself a pair, and I guarantee everyone who sees them will want them. But just a word of warning, this may invalidate your warranty, so just be careful. So there we have it then, a pretty decent list I think, but in no ways complete. If there's anything you want to add to this list, stick it down in the comment below, and as I said before, I'll make another video with all the others that I've missed. I hope you liked it then, please share and subscribe, and until the next video, bye bye.